Welcome to the video for what body is the best body for each type of NASCAR racetrack. Let's get started. HH stands for high horsepower, LH stands for low horsepower, HD stands for high downforce, and LD stands for low downforce. Well, everything above 650 horsepower is high horsepower. Everything below that is low horsepower. Everything above 5 inches is low downforce, and everything below that is high downforce. That includes the splitters. Let's start off with the super speedway aero package we need. Alright, let's look at the good stuff. Oh, high horsepower and high downforce equals pack racing. That's what all of us wants. I think we should have high horsepower and high downforce. The charts are already looking that way. So, high horsepower and low downforce equals pack racing again, but it's going to be a little loose because you're up high, and it's probably going to break up the draft because, you know, you're high, you're up, you're not low downforce, but still. And what NASCAR has now, the low horsepower but high downforce equals a choo-choo train, and we all know that. So, low horsepower, low downforce, it's going to be a choo-choo train again, but it's going to be a bloodbath as well. Because you're going to be loose, you're going to hit the wall, everyone's going to be caught up in the big one. Let's look at the speedways, what NASCAR loves. Have more short tracks and super speedways, NASCAR. Well, you pretty much get the same thing, but let's look at them anyway. High horsepower and high downforce, you get pack racing. High horsepower and low downforce, you get pack racing. Again, you're going to be loose. You're going to slide up to the wall. You're going to use that outside lane a little, and you might get caught up in some wrecks. And you're not going to be so close together. You're going to be spread out. Choo-choo train for low horsepower, high downforce. We all expected it. I mean, NASCAR runs those for the Gen 6 races, and we always get a choo-choo train at the speedways and super speedways. But, again, you need high horsepower and high downforce. And then you get a choo-choo train and a bloodbath if you have low horsepower and low downforce. Let's go to the next one. Next are the short tracks. Man, NASCAR, you need to have more of these. Let's see what we got. High horsepower, low downforce. You get a bump and run. I mean, everyone wants high horsepower, low downforce at the short tracks and road courses. No one does not. I mean, everyone does. Low horsepower with low downforce, you get a slow slide job. A slow slide job. That is funny. Well, low horsepower, high downforce, driving like a tire is cut. I mean, a blown tire isn't what you want to experience. I guess you're going to experience this all race if you have this. high horsepower, high downforce. My car goes straight. It doesn't turn. I mean, we all expected that. Your car would never turn if you had a short track, if you had high downforce. High horsepower, high downforce. Next up are the road courses. I mean, they're cool to have once in a while. Well, here we are at the road courses. If you have high horsepower and low downforce, you get a dive bomb. I mean, everyone wants to see a dive bomb. It's fun. You get low downforce, you get a better braking zone. So, that's the plus side for that. Next is low horsepower, low downforce. It's average, but it's low. I mean, we'd rather want the high downforce, high horsepower, low downforce. We'd rather want that, but still, it's better than the other two we're going to see. Low horsepower, high downforce. You're going to say, turn your ding dong, a lot of times. I mean, you'd probably expect it because high downforce don't turn well, but you get low horsepower, so I guess that patches it up a little. Last but not least, last and least, high downforce and high horsepower. This car is broken. Never have that Body NASCAR. Never. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you will watch my stop motions I do. And see ya later.